Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GTX 1050 Ti with the drivers 441.20, latest drivers from Nvidia, Red Dead Redemption 2 with the Xbox One X graphics. So if you guys want to check out my previous video on the 1050 Ti, I'll leave a link down below in the description. I tested 1080p, 900p, 720p at low, medium and high settings. But today, my friends, I'm just gonna be doing Xbox One graphics at 1080p, 900p and 720p as well. We're gonna be running it Ryzen 7 3700X with 16 gigs of RAM. Of course, overkill specs for the GTX 1050 Ti. You only need something like an i5 4th gen 8 gigs of RAM to run this GPU without a CPU bottleneck in this one. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna show you the settings here that we're using. Okay, so starting off at 1080p, of course, let's just disable this one. And these are the settings of the Xbox One X, by the way. I checked them out in Digital Foundry's video about this one. So yeah, go check that video as well if you haven't already. They have a very good in-depth video just going over every single option in the settings menu in this one and comparing it to the Xbox One X. So that's why we are able to make these videos right now. So I'm just gonna try to put our guy a little bit closer to the camera here. And by the way, guys, I almost forgot about this setting over here. It's turned off. This actually hurts your performance by a lot, and I wasn't really aware of it. I recorded this entire video and then I discovered that it actually makes a difference in FPS. So turn that off if you have it enabled. And yeah, as you can see here, what the heck is going on? I think my horse is just turning itself too quickly. I think my keyboard's broken, maybe. Not really sure about that, but let's go. Alright, let's enable our averages and 1% lows over here. As you can see, we're around 30 FPS for the time being. Not bad, not good, you know. It's kind of like an Xbox. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the heck did... Guys, I'm not sure why, but I've been trying to start making this video like 5 times already and everything goes wrong. Like I run into trees. I swear it was by mistake, okay? Alright, just never mind. We're just gonna roll with this one.
You want to see how yours compares? How about her? For shame! For shame!
What? Okay. Do you want to make a accept?
You're on, fella. All right. Let's go!
Oh, okay, come on. You didn't count down? Let's go, let's go. Alright. Oh, he's doing shortcuts. Let's go, guys. As I was trying to say, guys, before this little guy interrupted me. If you are after a console-like experience with like 30 FPS average at least, and if you want to play this game with a controller and stuff like that, I think these settings are actually very adequate for the 1050 Ti. As you can see, 1080p runs perfectly well here. Sometimes it does drop into the 20s when there are many trees around you and many foliage, you know. That's really demanding in this game. That's why I don't really like to test the game in city areas as well, because I feel like the foliage and stuff is much more demanding than those areas. And I tested that, for example, in the GTX 1080 video. I went into Valentine and the game was running really okay, and then I went into a more foresty area and the game just dropped FPS by like 5 or 7 or like 10 sometimes. So yeah, I like to test it around this area with lots of trees around us and stuff like that. It's not running bad, as you can see here. The 1050 Ti is doing a pretty good job over here. Of course, sometimes it will drop from 30 because we are really close to 30 FPS here. So if you want a more consistent experience and not drop from 30 anywhere, you should probably tinker a little bit with the settings. Oh, did I kill it? Okay, I think I killed like a bird or something. What happened? Oh, come on, don't do that. That was my mistake, mate. I'm sorry, man. Oh, man, I feel so bad. He's not gonna wait for us, guys. I'm so sorry, old man. It was a mistake, okay? God damn it. Maybe with the controller you can actually control your goddamn horse better. Not really sure. Because I just can't control my horse sometimes. Oh my god, my bounty, $200. Every time that appears I get a little bit surprised actually. No, don't go this way, please, horse. Can we just go away? Go here? Okay, we're good, guys. We're good. As you can see, we're getting just below 30 FPS. So our average will be around 30, just flat 30 if I kept on moving here, I think. Maybe a little bit higher, 32 FPS right now. But yeah, of course, if our average is so close to 30, we will obviously drop from 30 FPS a ton of times here, like pretty much like what, 40% of the time you are in the high 20s and like 60% of the time you're above 30 FPS. Oh my god, we actually dropped into the mid 20s, 26 there. This is not too bad. This is actually playable and the game looks gorgeous with these settings. What the heck is going on now? Okay, I stopped. What?
Oh, I'm in bad sorts here. I took a little jaunt and have managed to get myself hopelessly lost. I am staying in Strawberry. If you could just guide me back.
Blah blah blah, Strawberry, blah blah blah. The village where we were at just now. So you know what, guys, that's enough of 1080p actually. We've seen our averages around 30 FPS. 1% lows are a little bit low, but it didn't really drop to those frame rates. I think it's just because the game has some micro stuttering issues. That's why we're seeing here the graph just a little bit too weird, spiking all over the place. But yeah, that's just how it is. But it feels smooth still, okay? Don't get me wrong. 900p, everything is still the same, of course, as you can see here in the graphics menu. And let's see how the Xbox One X settings. Can you please get into the horse, mate? I don't have time for this. Just run, okay? Run after me, please. All right, guys, let's start our counting system over here. 35 FPS right now at 900p. So 900p, if you don't really mind to drop your resolution, you should be able to get like 30 plus FPS all of the time here at this resolution. Of course, dropping from 1080p, that's quite a big resolution jump. But come on, okay, so he just lost me, I think. Dude, don't go that way. It's just a straight line. Just go that way and you'll be fine. Oh my god. You're the dumbest stranger around, mate. It feels like you're like 4 years old. Come on. You don't know the way for your village and it's right there. What the heck, guys? And off to the woods he goes again. Never mind, let's just run to our little camp and see our FPS in our way there. As you can see, we're touching the 40s sometimes, but mostly it's in the mid 30s. So we gained what, of 6-7 FPS improvement by dropping our resolution, and that should be enough to put us above 30 FPS all of the time here. As you can see, running through the woods, we're actually seeing it in the mid 30s, so that's good to see. Not bad at all. 1050 Ti at 900p with Xbox One X settings is definitely playable here. Kind of like medium settings, to be honest here. Oh my god, where am I going actually? Oh my, what the heck's wrong with you, horse? Why are you screaming so much? Please. Oh, it's a guy, alright. What the heck? Is that a snake? Have you been bitten? Please don't tell me you've been bitten, boy. Oh, come on, man. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's try to get to camp, actually. Oh my god, look at that. Can we do it? Can we do it? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that was intense, actually. Now that the trees aren't really around us, we are getting FPS in the 40s, low 40s sometimes. Now there are a ton of trees right here approaching us, or we are approaching them, because they don't really walk, do they? But, you know, it's fine. I guess 900p experience with the 1050 Ti is not so bad. I kind of was like expecting this performance coming from the GTX 1050 Ti. The GTX 960, for example, should have the same FPS here. As we've seen in the previous videos, it gets pretty much the same FPS as the 1050 Ti, as well as the GTX 970M that was like just slightly slower than the 1050 Ti. So yeah, if you have those cards, you should expect pretty similar performance to what we're getting right now. So average FPS 38, 1% lows 21. Oh my god, I was just reading the FPS. I didn't see this little thing, you know, limp penny. I'm just gonna shoot you, you know, that's what you do. This is good. What the heck are you doing here, Roach? It's Roach. Look at the map. There's the icon there. That means that it's Roach, you know? What the hell are you doing here, Roach? Come over here, boy. Alright, as you can see, guys, we're at 720p. Everything else is still the same. Obvious. Oh, come on. Was this on low? I think, yeah, that was on low. Oh my god. Just gonna go back. Yep, didn't need to apply anything, so it's on. It was on low after all. Alright. That's because I just clicked there. Okay. As you can see, everything is still the same. Alright, let's get into it. Xbox One X settings at 720p is actually pretty smooth. This feels really smooth compared to 30 or 40 FPS, not 60 obviously. But you know what, guys? I was kind of not expecting 50 FPS for some reason. I know that we got like 38 FPS. What the heck's going on with all of you guys? Stop, it's just a horse and another horse. What's wrong with that? Do you know how babies are made? Oh, come on. By the way, Roach, if you want to have babies with the boa hair, just go ahead, you know. But make sure I'm sleeping because I don't want to see any of that. Alright guys, so we're back in camp. Let's pick up Roach over here. I think my boy was a little bit missing me, you know. Take a little stroll here at 720p with my boy Roach. Look at him, so beautiful, this horse, man. I love Roach and I love Boa as well. Boa. It's not boy like Arthur says, boy. No, it's Boha. It's her name. Alright, guys. So, as you can see, so far so good. We're getting like 10 more FPS average than 900p. Of course, we're not like in the same area doing the same path, but it's pretty much the same actually. We are going into the forests as well, so we're gonna be seeing our minimum FPS, and pretty much you get like the same FPS everywhere in this map, except like inside of towns and stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see here, side of this little foresty area, we're actually dropping into the mid 40s. I think I saw like 42 once there. Not really sure about that, but we're gonna be trying to find another bigger forest as well. So yeah, so far so good. Game feels really smooth. Of course, that anti-aliasing makes things really blurry here at lower resolution, so I wouldn't really recommend to play at 720p unless you have like a small monitor or something like that, or a 768p monitor as well. That should be fine. And as you can see, we got a ton of trees over here around us, and the FPS aren't really dropping too much. 45 here. This is good actually. Okay, it's not bad at all. I am kind of a little bit impressed because the 1050 Ti hardly reached 60 FPS at 720p low settings in my other videos. So yeah, seeing like 50-ish FPS, average of 48 at these settings, which look pretty damn good to be honest, is very good, very nice. Alright, so 1050 Ti here, Xbox One X settings, 720p. Definitely a thumbs up if you have a smaller monitor and don't mind the lower resolution. 48 FPS average so far. It's gonna stay like that because mostly we're around that frame rate. 900p, we got like 38 FPS average, so around 40. That's still a very good experience here, and probably the most adequate resolution for the 1050 Ti to be run with the Xbox One X settings. And of course 1080p ran at like 30 FPS, 31, 32 FPS average. If you don't mind the occasional drop to the 20s, well, that's fine as well. With something like a controller, it will be smooth. You might not even notice those drops sometimes. And yeah, if you are after that console experience, you should be able to run it at 1080p with ease with a controller. Just make sure you have like a controller so those FPS drops aren't as noticeable. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. I love you all. Bye bye.